Good morning. This is Saturday morning, and um, this video is in response to um, Inez's comment and falsehoods again spread on her site. Okay, I'm here to educate, not just you, Inez, but the community. This is how PayPal works. When you use friends and family, PayPal doesn't get involved. They don't investigate. They do nothing. You have to go, if you are the buyer, you have to go through your bank or your credit card company, and they start an investigation. So PayPal has nothing to do with it. They just basically take the money, put it on hold until the investigation is over by the bank. Once the investigation is over, they will not determine themselves, but they will let you know what the bank decided on doing. In this case, in our case, I canceled the chargeback because I was getting sick of being bullied by you online. And you were aware of this money coming back to you 2 weeks ago when PayPal talked to you and told you that the money was coming. Not one time did you tell anybody on your social platform that you talked to them and the money was coming. The letter that you received is a system-generated letter, because I just got off the phone with them too. And I told them, I'm like, you know what? This woman is putting out there that she was not in the wrong sense, selling a defective or not as described merchandise. And basically they said that as soon as my bank sent them the money and said, okay, release this money, we released the money, and as far as we were concerned, she was clear, she was fine to go. We, as far as we were concerned, we at that point ruled in her favor. We gave her money back, and that was it. They never did an investigation. That was American Express that started the investigation. And basically what PayPal suggested is that if I'm continue to be bullied still on here, or if people assume that this is a clear-cut case for you, Inez, I should open up the case again, and which I probably will do today. And let's see where the ships, may fall. I mean, I'm not, this has nothing to do with money with you at this point, because you knew the money was coming 2 weeks ago. You told nobody. Nobody. You had the money in your hand on the 5th. You were still bad-mouthing me online. To you, this is all about clicks and views and drama. And okay, and then let's go to this racist thing I called you. What racist thing did I call you? Okay, after after I get a phone call from Judge Judy that you want to have this case heard with Judge Judy, are you serious? What serious person does that? That's crazy people do that. Crazy people with no money do that. That's ridiculous. Okay, and at that point I said to you, because I was pissed, are you even legal here? Okay, and you know how many people say that to me, especially when you go to court? I bought stuff from you. I was a follower of yours for 2 years. Why would I be racist? If I was racist, I would have not talked to you. I would have not bought anything from you. I would have followed your channel. And you're so proud of your race, which is great. But then don't make comments when people point out that you are Hispanic. I'm very proud of being German. And you know what? And you make fun of me all the time, of the way I talk and the way I spell. That's okay. And calling people a scammer and a liar and a cheat online, that's okay too. But how dare somebody say anything about, oh, what's your legal status in the country after you're trying to sue them? That's not okay. That's too far for you. Just like you telling Jen, well, why didn't you take the doll back when the customer didn't want the doll? The doll smelled like cigarettes. Why didn't you provide good customer service? You know what? You're so full of hypocrisy. It's funny. And this little seance thing yesterday with Sam was, you know what? I wouldn't deal with people like that in real life because you're like nut jobs, complete nut jobs. Who sits on a swing in the dark with lights behind her, with the frogs, chirping in the back? Like this is like a bad horror movie. you know I mean, I have seen everything from husbands with mugshots, people on depression, people on welfare. I mean, it's like the crap that's going on in this, that you put out there for people. It's not my business. If that's your life, that's up to you, but I don't want to hear about that. This has nothing to do with dolls. Keep it real and keep it to the dolls. You guys have no business calling yourself doll collectors. Because to you, this is all about drama. And, and this, who did I hear from this morning? Tulip something something. Uh, Saying that I didn't like the doll. I wanted to return the doll because of the box opening. You know very well that's not true. And you also know very well that you had your doll on Instagram, and it's very easy for you to, block me from Instagram. And after this whole thing, goes sideways, and then say, well, she never contacted me on Instagram. Yeah, I did contact you on Instagram. You're just lying. You lie about so many things. I don't think you can keep your life straight anymore. Okay? And anybody out there, okay, if you do friends and family, PayPal will not do anything. They will not investigate anything. It goes through the bank of the buyer, period. And if the buyer decides to push it all the way through to the end, it can take 3, 4, 5, 6 months for this money ever to be released one way or the other. Okay, and then once it's released, as far as PayPal is concerned, okay, you're their client, I'm their client, but you get the money. So okay, we'll um, rule in your favor because we have to release the money to you. Okay, because we got the money from the bank. They never did an investigation, and you know that. That's the only reason why there was ever a chargeback. Because they would investigate because you would not do the right thing and use goods and services. You know, what, don't you want to pay taxes on the stuff that that when you buy and sell, you have to pay taxes on this stuff, right? Because this is income, right? Back and forth. I think that's what I think. And I could be wrong. I'll take that back. I have no idea, but I would think that anybody selling any merchant. I mean, there's so many merchants selling on YouTube. I mean, why would they not pay taxes? If you go through Amazon, you have to pay taxes nowadays too. Um, anyway, I really don't care about that. But you're not exonerated. You're not. And for you to not to even say, you know what, I'm glad this is over. I'm glad she, canceled the chargeback and it's all done with, blah blah blah. No, you need to, put more falsehoods out there. You know, you know exactly that I bought this baby on Instagram. You know it. And I know. You know the truth and I know the truth. I don't care if the rest of your people know the truth. I really don't care. As far as I'm concerned, they're all nut jobs anyway. They really are. I'm sorry. I mean, anybody that listens to little pieces that you piece together to make like a story that benefits you is, it's it's not nice. It's not ethical. It's horrible, and that you do this to people. It's, many people I've heard from in the last, 4 days or 3 days that you did the same thing to, that you bullied on here, that took their channels down, that are afraid to start channels because of you. Horrible. You know what? Nothing to be proud of, really. You're not making this community better. You know what? You are making this community worse. I know I can sleep well when I lay myself down to sleep at night. And I know when I get to the pearly gates of heaven, I know what I did was right. And I never screwed anybody over anything. Can you say the same thing? Doubtful. Because you know what? This whole reborn situation for you is a moneymaker. I wouldn't even be so. Oh, you know what? Another thing is, let's talk about buying views or buying subscribers. You know what? I just scrolled through your channel also. How interesting! How, first of all, like the first year and a half or 2 years, nobody could see how many subscribers you had. You had kept that completely hidden. Okay. And then, as far as the viewers, you have one video with 200 views, one video with 100, and all of a sudden you have a video with 2,000. Okay? And it's not a box open, it was just a changing video. Then it goes back to 400, 300, and all of a sudden there's 2,000 or 3,000. Okay? So, you know what? Come on, you know what? Sweep in front of your own door. Before you accuse. You know what? What you're doing is reflecting. Maybe that's what you did. Because it doesn't make any sense that you have 5,000 subscribers and only a handful comment on and it's always the same people, and only have 300 views. That doesn't make any sense. Where's the rest of the people? So you know what? I think you're reflecting. I think Sam is reflecting, because I don't see any subscribers on hers either. So maybe I should check into that. And maybe I should be doing that. Maybe that's how you guys got to 5,000 or whatever. I don't know how many Sam has, because Sam is still not letting anybody know how many subscribers she has. So what's the big secret here? So you know what? I'll do the same thing. I'm going to keep mine private now. And you know what? And stop snooping in my business. Do you understand that? Stop going on my Instagram account. Stop going on my eBay account. Stop. Don't you have a child to raise? Don't you have a dog to walk? And close your window when you do your vlogs. The traffic noise is completely, what do you live by, freeway? Horrible. Maybe, buy not so many dolls and get yourself a better place to live. Unbelievable.